Hi everyone, welcome back to another what I eat in a day video. I thought today would be a good day for this because I'm on my way to Pilates and I'm going to a studio that I've never been to before. So I've seen all pictures on Instagram and it looks really pretty, so that would be really nice to get some shots there. Haven't eaten anything yet, which I'm kind of regretting because I'm starting to feel a bit hungry. But we'll have a great breakfast when I get home afterwards. But I'm looking forward to this. I think it'll be good. Oh, and I've also got a really amazing lunch that I can't wait to show you.
And then we'll go ahead and you're set up on your springs. Let's go ahead and press out long.
That Pilates was incredible. I couldn't get over the view. As soon as I went up to the top, I was just like, wow, like absolutely amazing. And yeah, really enjoyed the Pilates. It's tough Pilates. You wouldn't think it is, but it's crazy. I've only had water, so I've kept myself nice and hydrated. This is from my Rangers and Boots at the moment. Loving this water bottle. So then it's obviously time for breakfast and I am so excited to go home and make a really delicious, yummy, nutritious breakfast. Finally time for some breakfast. I am so excited about this. I am going to have a protein shake while I make some porridge. I am using, of course, the Form Nutrition protein powder. I have used this for like ages now. I love it. I normally get their chocolate peanut flavour, but, oh no, this is the chocolate salted caramel. I was gonna say, I'm using the tiramisu one. They've just launched a new flavour. What have I done with it? Oh, here it is. Here we go, take two, I found it. This is the tiramisu one. I haven't tried this. I've just literally got it. It's the, tiramisu flavour. They've just come out with it. I'm so excited to try that. So you just add like 2 scoops of that to some water in a protein shaker, and then that's good to go. And for porridge, I'm gonna make some carrot cake porridge. I haven't had this year yet because I always think of it as such like an autumn flavour for porridge. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Oh, it's a new pack, so I need to find the scoop. Oh, where is it? Here it is. Oh my god, it smells amazing. Right, let's taste this. Oh wow. Oh, that's so good. Do you know what? My favourite one is the chocolate peanut one. I also love the chocolate salted caramel one, but chocolate peanut has been my favourite for ages. This is amazing. This is so good. I was trying to think, like, what is a tiramisu protein shake gonna taste like? It's actually really sweet, chocolatey, and I can taste that coffee. So this is made with pea protein, I think. Yeah, so it's a mix actually of organic pea, brown rice, hemp, and algavia protein. And it's also got your glutamine in there, your BCAAs, so it's absolutely amazing. No added sugar or artificial flavours or thickeners. 30 grams of plant protein. Amazing, so good. So onto porridge. This is the carrot cake porridge. I'm actually following my own recipe from my book, Eat Smart. This is actually for 2 people, so I'm gonna half the ingredients obviously. So I'm going to do half a cup of oats and then half a cup of coconut milk. I don't normally get coconut milk. The only reason I have this is because my usual one wasn't there. But I actually really enjoy it, so it's very good. And then I also add half a cup of water, because I always do half milk, half water. A little drizzle of maple syrup to make it sweet, a pinch of nutmeg, also some cinnamon, which is over here. Let's grab this guy. Here we go. Pinch of cinnamon, small handful of raisins, and then I've got a small carrot here. Look at this carrot. This is the weirdest carrot I have ever seen in my life. So I'm just going to peel the carrot, grate it, and then everything just goes in and we're gonna simmer it. do 1 carrot for 2 people, so you get half a carrot grated in there, but I don't want it to go to waste. I don't know if it's gonna last if I save half of it, so I'm just gonna put that 1 carrot in the porridge. It's all good, and it was a small but bizarre carrot. Looking amazing now. I'm really happy with that. So I'm just going to turn the heat off, and then we can stir in the cinnamon, the nutmeg and the maple syrup. So there we have it, my carrot cake porridge. It smells like autumn in here. So delicious. So I've got my amazing porridge here that I can't wait to dig into, but I just wanted to show you quickly some of the supplements that I take. This is something that people ask me a lot about, and I've never really spoken about it in that much depth. I obviously every now and again take B12, vitamin B12, because I'm vegan, so that's a really important one to take for vegans, vegetarians, even meat eaters are often low in B12, so it definitely doesn't harm to take it. And I have that in a spray form, and I have that in the bathroom, so that every morning it's just there and I just give a spray on my tongue and that's done. And it's actually by the same brand as this one. I don't actually know what the brand is called. Oh, Better You. So it's called Better You, and this is actually a vitamin D spray. So I take vitamin D mainly throughout the whole of autumn and winter, and then I think mine ran out at the beginning of summer, but I didn't buy a new one because obviously you get vitamin D from the sun, so I thought, okay, it's absolutely fine. But I just bought this one yesterday, so I'm going to start again with my vitamin D. I think this you just need 1 spray on the tongue. And then I've also got my iron tablets. I'm naturally really low in iron. It kind of runs in my family, so like my mum has really low iron, so we all have to take these kind of supplements, but especially because I'm on a vegan diet, it definitely doesn't help matters. So yeah, I try and take one of these pretty much every day. I definitely forget. I'm not religious with these, by the way. Like, I go days without taking any supplements at all, and then I get really into the rhythm of it. It's kind of all over the place. These are quite new, actually. I'm new to these. These are Well Woman Vegan. So I'm sure you've heard of the Well Woman supplements. They're so popular. They're literally everywhere, and the adverts are everywhere. I always see it on the tube, but they've just recently come out with the vegan option, which is amazing. So these are so great. It's got basically all of the vital vitamins that you need. Vital vitamins, that should be a brand name for vitamins. It basically has all of the ones that you need as a vegan. So it's got B12 in there, which of course we already know it's really important, but it's also got B6, it's got vitamin C, iron, copper, what else contributes? Oh, zinc and selenium for hair and nails. It's, yeah, really great. It's also got evening primrose oil in there, which is brilliant. I take that actually sometimes when I remember. So take a couple of them. And then last but not least, my probiotics. So I try and take 1 or 2 of these every single morning. This is by RMS Beauty, and this has probiotics and prebiotics, 25 billion CFU per serving, and they're totally plant-based capsules. So probiotics are really great for your guts. If you're having any like problems with your stomach, like bloating, any kind of like IBS, probiotics are a really great place to start to see how you get on with that. So just taking like a couple in the morning can make such a difference. So yeah, that are my supplements, and this is my breakfast, and I am about to dive into this. And don't worry, you might be thinking, I don't want carrot in my porridge. Who wants vegetable porridge? Honestly, just think of it like carrot cake, because it's really delicious and sweet. Time for a little bit of a pick-me-up. It is about 11 o'clock now, and now is when I really crave a cup of tea. I have so many different herbal teas. I'm a bit of a tea hoarder, but I have been loving this one at the moment. This is the Heath and Heather Lemon Balm and Licorice Tea. It is so delicious. I am obsessed with teas that have licorice in there because they have this really nice like aftertaste. It's so delicious. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a cup of this, and I'm so excited for lunch already later. I'm not hungry, but I just can't wait to show you what I have. I made it last night. Time for lunch. Okay. You guys ready? Woo! I made a lasagna last night and it was so good. I can't believe how much has gone already. This is crazy. But yeah, this is our lasagna. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell you how good it was. I'm actually so surprised by how much has gone. I thought more than half of it would be left because I literally made it last night. But I had quite a big portion last night. Joe had 2 portions and then he took quite a lot to work today. So I blame Joe for stealing it all, but there's definitely more than enough here for lunch. Yay! So I'm gonna have lunch. I can have this for like dinner. Oh no, I'm out for dinner tonight. I can have this for lunch tomorrow and dinner tomorrow. This is great. I'm just gonna heat some up. I'm gonna chuck it in the microwave. I don't normally use microwaves, to be honest. And before Joe and I moved here, I hadn't had a microwave for like 4 years, I think. So when I moved here, I was like, what do we need a microwave for? Like, I've never used one. What do you even do with it? But it's actually quite handy for things like this when there's no point kind of putting it in the oven because it's just gonna make it really dry. So yeah, just put it in there for like a minute and then it's nice and hot. This is looking so good. I'm so excited. I know I like made it myself, but I still get so excited. Like, yeah, it's amazing. And Joe loved it as well. So that was absolutely amazing because he obviously isn't vegan and he would normally, I suppose, have like a classic lasagna. So it's so great that he absolutely loved this. We were actually talking about it last night and he was like, do you know what? This is actually better than like a meat one and I don't miss the meat at all, or like the cheese or the bechamel sauce, because I made everything basically from scratch. So I'm so hungry. I'm like looking at this like I just want to eat it right now. I'm going to talk you through how I made this. Wait, I need to get comfy. I feel like I'm all over the place. Okay, there we go. I'm comfy now. So I started off by making the tomato sauce, which would, I suppose, normally be the mincemeat tomato sauce. So I started off by frying off 1 onion with a couple of cloves of garlic. Then I diced so many vegetables, it was crazy. I was just like, we need more, we need more. It was 1 red pepper, about 3 celery sticks, 2 small courgettes, about 8 chestnut mushrooms, everything diced into quite small chunks. Then I added 1 can of chopped tomatoes with 1 large jar of passata. I just bought that from Waitrose. Then I added 2 cups of vegan mince. This is just from Ocado. It was like their own range, but it's made from like soya protein. I'd never made it before, but it was actually so amazing. I really, really loved it in there. And for something like a lasagna, it was just perfect. Then I added loads of mixed herbs, salt, pepper, dried oregano, dried basil, and I just let that simmer while I made everything else. So the next thing I made was the bechamel sauce, which is normally white flour with milk and cheese and butter, I think. So kind of everything that I don't really eat. Well, I don't have any dairy at all. So what I did was I made, kind of based on my cashew cheese sauce from my book, but I made it a lot more like creamier and not quite as thick, because that's more of like a dipping sauce, I suppose, whereas this is more like a more liquidy sauce. So in there I had 2 1/4 cups of cashews that I'd soaked overnight in water so they were super soft. So I drained those, they went in the blender with water, but I just kind of like kept adding a little bit more water until I got the consistency. I added the juice of 1 lemon, 1 clove of garlic, salt and pepper. I added probably about 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, and then I also found this cheese sauce. I'll show you actually. So you guys have seen the nutritional yeast that I use. If you use nutritional yeast, this is probably what you have already. It's like really popular one and it's really, really great. It has added B12, so it's amazing. So I've never used this before. This is brand new. This is by Free and Easy, and it is cheese flavor sauce mix. I don't normally use stuff like this. Like, I prefer to make everything from scratch, as you know, and I don't like artificial flavorings and stuff. But I've read online that a really great tip for kind of cheesy bechamel sauce was to use this. So I literally added a couple of teaspoons of it, and it was really good. I wouldn't say I'm going to totally rely on this for cheese sauces. I do think it would have been amazing even without it, but it does add that extra like cheese flavor, which is amazing. And then also into the blender, I just added about 1 teaspoon of whole grain mustard and then a pinch of nutmeg, blended it all until smooth, added a bit more water until I got the consistency. And then I also had these Biona lasagna sheets, which are spelt whole grain pasta sheets. They're amazing. So I had my big dish that you've already seen, added a small layer. I'm gonna have to heat this up. I'm talking way too much and I'm so hungry. I'm gonna finish this up really quickly. I added like quite a thin layer of the tomato mint sauce to the bottom of the dish, so it was all smooth. Added about 6 to 7 of the sheets of pasta, lasagna sheets. Then I added half of the bechamel sauce. Then, this was spontaneous, we just decided to add a layer of spinach, so spinach went on there. Then half of the tomato sauce, then kept layering it, more pasta, more bechamel, and then on the top, again, something that I had never used before, I added some grated vegan cheese. I don't use vegan kind of cheese substitutes or meat substitutes because, like I've already said, I like cooking things from scratch and I don't like processed foods. But my friend Venetia, we like cooked together, so like she came here and we were cooking together, and she really loves these vegan cheeses because they're a lot better now than they used to be. Because when I turned vegan like 5 years ago, maybe more, it was, the vegan cheese options just weren't great. They were heavily processed, chemicals. You just do not want that in your body. You're better off having like normal cheese. But she was like, no, the cheeses now are actually so good. They've come so far. And we had feta at hers and it was amazing. So I bought this Violife, I think it's called, and it's like a mozzarella style, so we grated that and put it on the top, and it's amazing. Like, it's actually melted, it tasted so good, and it's made from like coconut oil, and so the ingredients are actually a lot better than I was expecting, and it was amazing for something like this. So that's my lasagna. I'm gonna go and put this in the microwave again now. I need to dig into this. I'm just gonna taste a bit actually, because I bet it tastes even better the next day. You know when like you've made something and it's had all night for those flavors to infuse, it can just taste even better. That is so good. It does need heating up again though. I forgot to say, when I was making this last night, Joe and I were like filming the whole thing for my stories, so it's all up on my stories. It'll be gone now by the time you see this, but I had seen Jamie Oliver the night before just at an event. That made me jump. So I'd seen Jamie Oliver the night before, and while I was making this I thought, oh my god, I need to ask him for some tips, because I hadn't made like vegan lasagna ever. So I did like a shout out to him, like, Jamie, give us some tips, are we doing this right? And he messaged back and he was like, the key to good lasagna is to have layers. Like, make sure you've got good layers. So we definitely tried to do that. He also said breadcrumbs on the top is great, which would have been such a great idea, but I didn't have any at the time. So that's a good tip for next time. He also said Parmesan is great. I can't obviously have Parmesan, but if you guys aren't vegan, add some good Parmesan mixed with breadcrumbs on the top. So there you go. Gonna put this back in the microwave. Just come for a nice bike ride along the river. I've started this thing where throughout the day, if I'm working from home, it's nice to just take even like 15 minutes out to walk around, go to the local park, go for a cycle, and honestly it makes such a difference. It just breaks up the day a bit and it's so beautiful. I love it along here. So this is my bike. Joe bought it for me. I absolutely love it. And this is where I am. That's Hammersmith Bridge over there. You've got all of the rowers out at the moment. I love just watching them. They're all the way up there as well, if you can see. And we're just round that bend, round the corner of the river is Putney Bridge. So I'm kind of between the two at the moment. It's later on in the afternoon now. It's about, what time is it? 4:30 now. I've got a cup of tea, just the same one that I had earlier, and also I've just cut up an apple. I'm such a child when it comes to apples. I just love slicing them up and sprinkling over some cinnamon. It's like one of my classic snacks that I've been having for years now, but I just love it. It never fails to disappoint me. Just off out to meet my friend Charlotte, who I actually haven't seen in such a long time. It's just been such a crazy time for both of us recently, but she is like my oldest and bestest friend, so it'll be so nice to see her. And also our friend Rachel is coming a little bit later, so it'll be such a nice evening. Can't wait to see them. And obviously we are having dinner. We are going to the Ned in Shoreditch. I've been there a few times, mainly when it first opened. It's part of the Soho House group. Can I film there? I don't know if I can film. They're so strict at Soho House about like photos and stuff. Well, we'll see. I'm sure I can just film my food if not anything else. But I think we are going to go to Malibu Kitchen. There's basically loads of different restaurants within the Ned, and I've eaten at the Malibu Kitchen once with Melissa Hemsley actually, and it was so nice. It's very like chilled, great Californian type food. I think they've got like nice salads and stuff and loads of vegan options, so yeah, it should be a really nice evening. Don't know if you're going to be able to see anything if I can't film. I'll film the food, I'm sure. Here is Charlotte! I was actually saying in my video that I hadn't seen you in ages, but then you said it would be like 2 weeks. It feels too long. So this is what I've ordered. It's called a forbidden rice bowl. So there's black rice, kale, avocado, loads of veggies. Looks amazing. And I might steal one of Charlotte's sweet potato fries. Time for me to go to bed now. I had such a nice evening. It was so good to see the girls. Rachel joined us a little bit later. The food was lovely, exactly what I was after. My lunch was great, but I feel like it was probably really annoying for you watching me just talk about what was in it, because I normally love cooking and showing you recipes, whereas that one was more just me telling you what I'd made. So I'll have to make that lasagna again for another video to actually show you how I made it. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.